I got started in music in general. I was an indie kid growing up, so I was like singing in bands and writing songs, and came at it from that angle. And then slowly discovered electronic music and began my journey on the path to where I am now. So my indie roots were in things like, I'm a kid of the Britpop era, so it was like Oasis, Primal Scream, The Verve, Blur, Spiritualized, bands like that. And then as I got into dance music, it was like the first wave of the French scene, the French house scene, French touch, and big beat. So it was artists like Fatboy Slim, FC Kahuna, Daft Punk, Cassius, L'Heure Digitale. Yeah, it's definitely like, I think those three ingredients, indie, big beat, and French house, are really what makes up my sound, and it informed a lot of what I do now and where I've come at the dance music from. I hope and would want them to then look beyond what they're familiar with and the sounds that they've got to know and this formula that they've got familiar with, and just open your mind to other stuff, to tracks that don't have drops, to tracks that last 9 minutes long, or a disco record or a deep house record. I think it's a great entry point, and I just hope that the audience and the kids that get into that can then open their minds and look towards something else. You know what? 4 years ago, maybe a bit more, when I first started coming over here a lot, I definitely did play like slightly different sets to Europe in here, and I'd play more bangers here and a more banging set. But now I feel like A, people know what I do and know that I'm not just about that, and B, I think the audience has matured and has accepted house music and has really opened their arms to our house music in recent years. So I feel like, yeah, my sets are no different, and whatever goes on in EDM world does not affect me on a regular club show. On a tour like this, yeah, of course, I'm playing to like an EDM fan base, essentially. So yeah, I have to tailor my set slightly, but like, I'd never play anything I don't like just to get a reaction from the crowd. I've only got to play records I like and that are true to me. But, for example, there's like an old techno record from like 6-7 years ago called Sex Face, which always goes off for me, and I still play it from time to time now, especially at festivals. And I put like a Jack U vocal over it for my sets on this tour. So I'm trying to like keep what I do true to what I do, because I know that record's gonna go off, but these guys need a bit of help along the way sometimes. So that's as much as I'll ever adapt what I do to a tour like this. It's just about, you've got to stay true to yourself, otherwise you're just a fucking jukebox, and anyone could be up there playing bangers, and there's no consistency and no like long game in that. You need to do your thing and stand by it, and yeah, that's what I try and do. How did I get started with the BBC? It was when they started doing the New DJs We Trust show. They invited me in and they sort of developed me a bit actually over time. They invited me in and let me record practice shows, and they really wanted me on board. And they helped me develop and just get my skills on the radio together before I actually had to go and do any live broadcasts and things like that. So I guess that was like a couple of months of just prepping and getting to know everyone there, getting comfortable with the studio and the talking aspect of it, because like being a radio DJ was never something I'd ever imagined doing. And it was a total surprise, and what a whirlwind 2 years it was for me. Like, it really took off, and it was such an amazing thing to be a part of and such an amazing thing to do. At first we were 12 till 2 on a Thursday evening, Friday morning, and then we got moved to 9 PM on a Wednesday night straight after Zane Lowe, which was like the biggest show on Radio 1 at the time. So suddenly going from being like a producer and a DJ to broadcasting to like millions of people around the world on a Wednesday night was amazing. What a privilege to be able to do that, and something that,
oh my god, oh
dude,
man, I fucking hate you. I'm sorry, I gotta go pee.
We'll wait. So what I was saying was, yeah, it was a fucking privilege to get to do it, and I loved it, and I miss it, man. But it just got to the point where I was starting to get known as much for Radio 1 as I was for my productions and my, you know, my original music, my remixes, and all the stuff I'd worked years on to get to the point of being on Radio 1. And so I had to quit because I just felt like I didn't want to go to shows and be selling myself off the back of being on Radio 1. I wanted to go to shows and, as I'd been doing for many years before, be selling myself off the back of my DJing and my production and me as me, not just as a Radio 1 person. So it was sad to leave, but you know what? I do miss it, and radio's definitely something I'd like to do again, and I hope somehow that will happen again.